Welcome back, those of you who were here last week. Survived and lived to tell the tale.
And came back.
And came back, exactly. And came back for more. So today's lesson is, I think, an important lesson, a very simple lesson in terms of movement. The most difficult thing about the lesson will be all the changing of positions that we have to do. So, just be forewarned about that. Go ahead and lie down on your backs. If you're not there already, lie down on your backs. And unless you need your glasses for any reason, you could take them off. We will be using the eyes today, and glasses can affect how we use our eyes. We don't need to be really seeing anything necessarily, just noticing how we use the eyes. So if it's comfortable, you can have your legs long. But if that's not comfortable for any reason, you can, of course, at any time stand up one leg or both. So just take a few moments to acquaint yourself with your mat. Feel what's touching your mat. How much space you claim on your mat. And sense your weight. What's resting on the floor? What's heavy? What parts are heavy? What parts are light? What parts aren't even touching the floor? And start with the right side. What parts along the right side of you are not touching the floor? Just notice for yourself. And then compare the places that aren't touching on the right to the places that aren't touching on the left. And notice your breathing. Pay attention to the breath. And then can you get the whole picture, the whole map, the whole imprint of yourself, from your heels all the way up to your head on both sides? Can you clearly see or feel, sense the differences between the two sides? And then come to sit. Come up comfortably to sit, and this will be more of a test move than anything else. And we're going to sit in some form of Indian fashion. So legs crossed and knees out to the sides. however you can best manage that for yourself. And then lean back on your two hands. Lean back on your two hands. Have them wider apart than the width of your body, and you're leaning back. You're leaning back. And begin to lower your head. Look forward. First, look forward in the room and see if you're really looking forward. Where is forward for you? And then, keeping that sense of forward, lower the head. Simply lower the head. You remain leaning back on your arms. The elbows are straight. They do not bend. If you have wrist issues for any reason, you can make fists or perch on the tips of your fingers. That's fine. We just want to have a straight sort of tripod, the pelvis and the two arms. So you're lowering the head and come back to face forward. And do that a number of times in your own timing. So lower the head and notice where you look with your eyes as you're lowering the head. And by lowering the head, what does that mean? You're taking your chin down towards your chest. Taking your chin down towards your chest. And notice the point at where it stops. Where does the movement stop? Where are you looking with your eyes? And come forward. And the next time you lower the head, can you look down with your eyes as well? Slowly. And notice if your eyes dart about. Notice if one eye wants to be early, and bring the face looking forward again. And continue a few more times. We'll take a rest in a moment, but a few more times. Let your head lower, and where it stops, are you rounding your spine at all? Could you allow the spine to round as the head is heavily hanging there? And listen to that rounding back of the spine. And then bring yourself up to sit again. And we'll take that one more time. So lower the head, but allow your spine to curve backwards. And listen to the weight through the palms of your hands or your fingertips. And as you come forward, feel how you come to sit up on top of your sits bones. And then let's take a rest. Let's lie on your back, take a rest. And check in. Anything new or different there? Come to sit again Taylor fashion or Indian fashion, whatever. And if you remember which leg was closer to you, can you bring the other leg closer to you? And again, lean back on your hands. And again, lower the head. Lower the head and aim for the middle. Aim for the middle. And as the head maybe reaches the point at which the neck can stretch, could you bring your spine into the picture? Some of you are not leaning back on your hands, you're actually using your hands to push yourself forward. Lean back on your hands so that if I came and kicked your hands out from underneath you, which wouldn't be a very nice thing to do, but you would fall on your back, that kind of leaning. And now can you round again, lowering the head, and listen to which side of your ribs might be coming closer to one arm. one side of your rib cage closer to one arm than the other. Here's a chance, if you're going slowly, to play with that. So we're really aiming for the center line here. So you can use your arms as your awareness of the distance of your ribs on the right and left side of your arms, the inside of your arms, and you close or widen that gap as you lower the head, as the spine rounds, as the hips start to rock back behind the sits bones, as you let the air out of the lungs and the chest. And the next time you round and lower the head, can you suck the belly in and listen to what happens? Go very slowly. Go very slowly. And as you're lowering the head, suck the belly in, and listen to what's happening in your back. Think of pulling your belly all the way in to touch your spine in the front. Scoop it out, hollow it out, and listen. You can kind of wait. Take some time for the muscles to realize they don't need to be holding on. So give yourself time to sense. It's already better. And I'm happy to see some of you resting already. So let's all take a rest. Okay, always remember that you can rest before I suggest it. Go ahead and come back to sit, but instead of crossing the legs, this time have the legs extended out in front of you in a V, in the letter V, just a comfortable distance apart. They don't have to be wide, and lean back, and lean back. And again, lower the head. Simply lower the head. Slowly lower the head. Measure the distance of the eyes, right and left. Are they moving together? When the neck reaches as far as it can stretch, could you soften in the spine, in the front of the spine, and allow the back to round and allow the weight to come behind the sits bones, more towards the back of the sacrum? And what about this idea of pulling the belly in as you're lowering the head? So we're going to add that as a constant now. Every time we lower the head, we're going to also pull in the belly, but go very slowly. Very slowly. Listen to the distance of your right ear from your right shoulder. And your left ear from your left shoulder. Are they even? Here's your chance. Here's your chance to find your center line. Pull the belly in, and listen to the tissues of the back expanding and lengthening. Slowly, as you go slowly to erect yourself, now we're going to add expanding the belly forward, and as you look forward, expand the belly forward and start to take the head back. Start to take the head back. And then bring the head erect again, slowly, and let it lower again. As you're lowering the head, remember you're scooping out your insides. There's nothing there, you're hollow. And then you undo that. You still lean back, but you round the belly forward, and the head goes back. And is your spine in any way participating in the lowering of the head behind? What if you could lift the chest and arch the back? It's a powerful movement, so you might not want to do it for too long, but just do it slowly and rest off your hands as you need to. Already it gets better. Okay. Whatever movement you are working on, bring yourself to your neutral and then lie back and take a rest. Everybody lie back, take a rest, and check in with how you're touching the floor. Let your back muscles rest. Come to sit again. Come to sit again, but this time have the left leg long in front of you and stand the right foot. Stand the right foot. So the knee is drawn up, and lean back on your left hand behind you and hang your right arm on top of your knee, on top of your right knee, your hand or your arm, and lower your head. But again, where's the center line? Lower the head. Slowly, slowly. As you lower the head, are your eyes looking up, or what if you took them down? To look towards the floor, to look towards your chest, to round the spine and suck the belly in. This sucking the belly in is a big part of this lesson. Suck the belly in and feel what happens. Go slowly. And then you come forward, you erect yourself, you come up on top of the sits bones, and then you can take the head back. Take the head back. What happens with your belly? What happens in the spine? Take the lumbar, think of taking the lumbar forward. Are you breaking your neck, or can you bring enough of the spine into a curve to support that? What about the shoulders? Are they level? Are they not level? Think about the left side, the whole left side. You're making a circle. You're making a circle. The head lowers, the head lowers, the head is heavy. The head is 12 pounds, it's heavy. Wait for it, wait for it. Suck the belly in and wait. Feel what happens. Notice what your foot on the floor wants to do. Your heel on the floor, what does it want to do? Go into your arched position. Come up and start to take the head back. Look up at the ceiling. Lift the chest up high. But go slowly, so slowly, so you can listen to the right side, to the left side. Some of you are, again, leaning forward, but we have our ways. So take a rest on your back. Do we need the heat turned down? Yeah.
I can shut this off.
Can you? I think we'll just unplug it and see.
Turn this one off.
You did? Okay, great. A long time ago. Do we need to open the windows? Isn't the snow beautiful? When you're ready, come up and do the other side. So what is the other side? Do you remember what the first side was? So your right leg will be long, your left foot will be standing. You'll be leaning back on your right fist, fingertips, or hand, and hang your left hand somehow on your left knee. And lower the head. It starts by lowering the head. But are you starting to think now more systemically? The head lowers, the spine can round. You suck in the belly, that will certainly help things along. Suck the belly in and up, 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 up. Now, some of you are looking forward in the room as you're lowering the head, which will serve to shorten the neck muscles. So the next time you lower the head, can you look down at the floor? Can you contemplate your navel, which you're drawing into your spine? Leaning back on the hand gives your back something to release, like into a hammock. Into a hammock. And then as you come forward, feel how you're contracting the two sides of your back. Or are you? Is one side contracting more than the other because of the position you're in? Listen to the symmetry between the shoulders, the pelvic bones. The right side of the sacrum, the left side of the sacrum. On your way forward and on your way back. Here's your chance to play with your asymmetry and fix a lot of things. And let's come on to the back and rest before you need to. If you're breaking down, rest. Just do the movement once, twice at the most, then rest. As long as you go slowly. Don't need to do it 10 times. It just takes me a long time to say what it is we're working on. Come on to your hands and your knees. Who needs knees cushions? Do we need knee cushions? Soft blankets?
Cushions.
What's that?
Hand.
Hand cushions? Ah, yes. Okay, so who needs hand cushions? We have these rolled up towels that are very useful if you have wrist. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. What are we going to do? Split the difference? No, nothing over here. Jay. Oh, did you need? Yes. And you need, we don't have enough wrist cushions. We'll have to make some out. I know what to do now with my old dish towels.
I got socks.
You got socks? Okay, yeah, ball up the socks. That'll be good. So,
You leave them folded like this? Yeah. No, like that.
you hold on to it like that. Actually, just a tip, rolls of toilet paper work great at home. You can roll up your mat too. Okay, so now lower the head. Let gravity take over the weight of your head and look at your knees. Look at your knees and see if you can determine, are they really underneath your hip joints or are they too close together? Are they too far apart? Get them underneath your hip joints, and then lower your head, then bring yourself and let the head look forward. Let the head look forward, maybe even look up and arch the back a bit. And lower the head, slowly. Listen to the distance of the ear, the right shoulder, the left ear, the left shoulder. The track of the eyes, and look forward again. And the next time you lower the head, pull your belly away from the floor. Pull the back lumbar away from the floor and towards the ceiling, and suck the belly into your spine. Suck the belly up and into your spine. Hanging the head, lowering the head. And look at your knees and sense the pressure between the right knee, the left knee, the right hand, the left hand. Are they even? You can change that. You can fix that. Look at your pelvis. Is it level? Is it even? You can fix it. Look at it visually. Slowly. Listen to what part of your back wants to round early, on the right or on the left. Can the shoulders round together? Think of the head. You're going to bring the head in between the arms. You're bringing the ears. Without bringing the body back. Nope, it's not hinging back. That would make it easy. Keeping the elbows straight. Rounding the back. Some of you still have backs like planks. Can you bring the belly in and round the spine like a cat? And take a rest. We will come back into this position, so you might want to rest on your side. It's halfway. Come into the same position. We're going to modify it, make it a bit easier. come onto your elbows and your forearms. Come onto your elbows and your forearms. And place your forehead on the floor. Place your forehead on the floor. Lower yourself down so you can place your forehead on the floor. And start to draw a line with your forehead on the floor. Draw a line. So you're drawing a line with your head, but not by dragging your hips backwards. No, no. That would be one way. But we're going to stay up on the hips, up on the legs, and draw the head along the floor like you're drawing a line all the way to the top of the head. The head is being drawn underneath you, and then wipe it back. Draw a line. Lower the head. Pull the belly in. Did you forget? Pull the belly. There we go. Pull the belly in and take the lumbar spine towards the ceiling. And you can lift the head and look forward, but maybe not too much. That's too short for the neck. Give the weight of your head a bit to the floor. It's a light touch. Drag it underneath you. Suck your spine in. Round your lumbar. Look at your hips. Look at your knees. Are you even? Right side, left side. What about the right shoulder, the left shoulder? The weight pressing through into the ground through the elbows. Can the shoulder blades come wide, wide apart? Wide apart. Have the elbows underneath the shoulders. Some of you have the elbows way out to the sides. If you were a table, I would not want to eat at this table. So, good 4 points of support. Yes, good. Sweep the top of the head along the floor. Slowly. Okay, I can see the back starting to even out on the right and on the left. Good. Take a rest on your back. Take a rest on your back. It's hard work to change. Check in with your symmetries, asymmetries, lying on the floor, some of you looking quite different. Quite different, yes, good. Come on to your belly. Hands on either side of the face. Elbows on the floor, resting comfortably. Turn the forehead towards the floor and place your nose on the floor. Place your nose on the floor. Have your arms on either side of your head. Your hands on either side of your head, I should say. Your hands on either side of your head. Your hands, the hands on either side of the head. And the palms down. Palms down. Surprise. Yeah, that movement of, oh, surprise. And draw your forehead along the floor like you want to draw your head underneath your chest. So move your hands out of the way. Bring your elbows down. There. So just put your nose on the floor and draw your forehead, draw a line. And think that you could draw your head underneath your chest. And then send it away. And look forward and come to just maybe place the tip of your chin on the floor and look forward. And then go from your chin to thinking of the top of the head. And listen to the spine. Pull the belly in. Did you forget? Pull the belly in so you feel your lumbar spine getting full. Your lumbar, gets full. You might feel yourself starting to get raised up on your elbows a bit. That's fine. Yes, because the spine is rounding and the arms are... Keep the elbows on the floor. Keep the elbows on the floor. Listen to the right side of the back, the left side of the back. Go right up the middle of the forehead, the middle of your hairline, the middle of your sternum. Listen to the weight you're bearing between your elbows and your hands. Are you leaning the same on your abdomen, right side, left side? As you come down. Very nice, very nice. Some of those asymmetries are starting to disappear. The bulges in the back are smoothing out. They're bulging more symmetrically. Rest on your back. Come on to both knees. Standing on both knees. Grab your knee pads if you need them. Have the knees spread. Definitely don't want to stick your knees together. And put your hands on your hips. Huh. Huh. Put your hands on your hips. And lower your head. Start lowering the head and pulling the belly in. And listen to what happens to your hands and your elbows. Keep lowering the head, and allow, and then come up again. Looks like we need to come up again. And then look up, look up, look up. Lift the chest. Let the belly go forward. Open the front of the spine and close the back of the spine. Then erect yourself. And again, lower the head and suck in the belly and allow your hands to start migrating to the front of your belly. They stay in contact with you. The elbows come forwards. It's not lowering the body. No, 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 no. It's not lowering the body. You're lowering the head. And the hands will start to sweep into the front of the pelvis. And the little fingers will start to come close to one another. And the fingertips of the hands keep lowering, keep sucking, keep lowering. You can bring the elbows forward like they're being pulled together by an elastic band. Yes, yes. And think of turning the heels of the hands to face the floor and the fingertips to face your face. The hands are on the belly. The palms of the hands do not leave the belly. Hands do not leave the belly. But bring the elbows forward. Bring the elbows forward. And then go the other way. Now let the hands, as you lift the head and look up, let the elbows come together in the back, like someone's squeezing them together. Let the hands slip behind your pelvis. The hands slip behind your pelvis. Your hands slip behind your pelvis. And use your hands to push your pelvis forward. Yay! There we go. And then come around again. Now, the opposite of that is the hands come around to the front. The elbows come forward. You look down, 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 down low. Don't look forward. And bring the elbows together. Think of bringing the elbows together. And the palms of the hands push your pelvis backwards. The palms of your hands push your pelvis backwards. So it won't work if the fingers interlace. It won't work if the thumbs are separate. The whole hand has to turn. This is so confusing, isn't it? It's okay. It's okay. Play around with it. And let's come on the back and find the position of the hands. Come onto the back and find out what we need to do with the hands. So come rest on your back. Stand your feet. Well, first recover from all that. Recover. Homeostasis. Let your breathing, the weight, let the back muscles, they're so happy to feel the support of the floor. But feel how you're touching the floor differently. Wow. For some of you, that was the ticket. Bring your right hand under your belly and lift the elbow in the air and start to turn the hand so that the fingers turn to come to, like the tips of your fingers wanted to point at your face. So the elbow has to come forward and away from the floor. And the wrist has to bend. Has to bend not the back of the wrist towards the ceiling, but the front of the wrist towards you. the elbow forward towards the ceiling. Yes, bring the elbow forward towards the ceiling. Take your other hand and put it on top of your left hand. And move your hand. Use your right hand to move your left hand and push the wrist down and point the elbow towards the ceiling. So the fingers, use your right hand to turn your left hand so that the heel of the hand is facing your pubic bone. The heel of your hand is facing your pubic bone. And push your wrist down. The whole hand is in touch with your belly. The whole hand, well, the palm of the hand, the front of the hand. Palm will probably come away, but you're facing palm down. Bonnie almost has it. Okay, 100th monkey. 100th monkey. What else is going to get? You have to bend the wrist towards you. It's a standing hand. It's a standing hand. It's a standing hand. Okay, I'm going to break a rule. I'm going to demonstrate. So,
You think that's going to help?
so your elbow has to, it might. So here's what people are doing. This is what they're doing. So, which is a fine movement. But that's not what we're doing. So we want to bring the elbow forward. Use your other hand to move your other hand and actually put it there. See, my elbow is forward. My wrist is bent, not like this. See, that takes my elbow down. I want this. And I want this. I want this. So you see,
Could you turn this way so we can see? Yeah, turn. We can all do that.
you can if you stop doing this. You can if you stop doing it. So just let your hands come around. Maybe they just come to here. Push your pelvis and let your elbows go forward. Definitely good. Yeah. Bend your wrist. Allow your wrist to bend. Yeah. Allow your wrist to bend so you can push your pelvis back and bring the elbows forward. There. Stephanie's got it. Bonnie's got it. Jay, you got it. No, you gotta put the hand on your belly. Bring your elbow forward. Yes, yeah, there. Bring your elbow forward. Now, you feel the difference between this hand and this hand? So this hand is pushing something and this hand is cupping something. So, can you make this hand like this hand? No, because you're bending your wrist the other way. So you want to flex the wrist. There. You want to flex the wrist. Pull your fingers back. Pull your fingers back. Yeah. And then bring your elbows forward and put your hands on your belly. Maybe start it that way. Pull your fingers back. Pull your fingers back. Face your hands away from you. Pull your fingers back. And turn them inside out.
Well, I'm sorry.
Pull your fingers back. Bring your elbows forward. Keep your fingers pulled back. Pull the fingers back. Pull the fingers back. Bring the elbows forward. Pull the fingers back. Pull the fingers back. No, don't push them into your belly. Pull the fingers back. Believe it or not, this is a whole lesson. Maybe we'll do it next week.
If we come back next week.
Rest on your backs. Rest on your backs. Abort. Dive.
Oh, we didn't do you.
As soon as you walk out of this room, everybody's going to be able to do it. That's kind of how it works. It's like,
I can do it if I don't pull my elbows forward, but once my
your praying hands on your belly. Move your thumbs away from each other and your little fingers towards each other. But keep your namaste hands. Bring them back. They're right there. Just bring the elbows forward. Keep your hands flexed as they are. Shouldn't hurt. Shouldn't hurt.
Well, it does.
Well, you're in control of how far to go.
Why is that so hard?
I'm a little teapot.
Next lesson.
Next lesson, the teapot lesson. Okay. It's okay. We have time for one more variation. That was a good breath, though, wasn't it? Come onto your knees again. We'll worry about the hands later. Come onto stand on your knees and stand upright. And now bring your right foot to stand on the floor in front. Boom. Proposal position. Now, open the knee out to the side and turn the foot so that and you can look at it to check that the knee is over the toes and that your leg is at a right angle. Your lower leg is at a right angle. So we want to open the hip. We want an open hip. There we go. Yeah, open hip. And put your hands on your waist. And lower your head. And let your head lower, and suck your belly, and suck your belly, and suck your belly. And just listen to feel if your elbows want to migrate closer to each other. See if you can allow them to do that just a little bit. And if they're migrating easily, if you find that just like that your hands are in front of your pelvis, then use your hands to push your pelvis back and think of somebody bringing your elbows forward. Use the palms of your hands to push your belly into your spine and your spine backwards. There, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So it's not lowering the body. It's not lowering the body. You're moving your pelvis back. And you're lowering the head. You're not lowering the body. If the elbows stay wide apart, the chest will stay stiff, and you will not achieve the rounding that we want. And then look up the next time, and let your elbows start to migrate back. When would that be? Lifting the head, lifting the chest, protruding the belly forward. If you bring your elbows far enough back, you might find the heels of your hands coming around the back of your pelvis, and you can give it a little push and help yourself round forward. Back bend 101. And balance is a big part of it. Yes, this is doing wonders for your left hip joint. Don't worry if you're not bringing your elbows forward or back. Take a rest, but don't get too far down because we're going to do the other side. Come on onto the other knee. Onto the other knee. Stand your left foot. Move the knee out to the side. Bring your heel underneath the knee. So you've got a good right angle there. It doesn't have to be way out to the side. Just comfortable. It's out of the way. It's out of the way so the pelvis is free. on that side. The other knee is forward. Place your hands on your hips, and you know what to do. Lower your head slowly, slowly, slowly. Lower the head. Lower the head. Suck the belly in, suck the belly in, suck the belly in. Allow the elbows to come forward. The elbows coming forward. The hands start slipping. They slip away from your pelvis and they come onto your belly. They come onto your belly. And the elbows come forward. Elbows come forward. Excellent. Very good, Joan. I can't do this because I broke my wrists. Yeah, right. And good, good, good. Bring the elbows forward, the elbows forward, the elbows forward, the elbows forward. Suck in the belly. And of course, you're going the other way. And listen as you bring the head back. You're bringing the head behind you. Bringing the head behind you. Opening the chest, lifting the chest. Bringing the elbows closer together behind you. If you hold on to your pelvis for dear life, they won't be able to slide. Let the elbows come forward. Elbows come forward. Are you facing forward? Did you deviate? Uh-oh. Are you facing forward? Are you facing forward? Take the head down. Lower the head, lower the head, lower the head. Give up the visual field. Give it up. The other parts of your vestibular system can come into play. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. And take a much-deserved rest on your back.
I had better balance on my right leg than my left leg didn't balance well.
I bet it'll balance better after this lesson. Anybody notice that a difference in their balance on side to side? Yes. Yes. This lesson will fix that. Maybe not this time, but that's why kneeling lessons, as painful as they can be, are so useful. So useful. You have a hip replacement, absolutely you need to do kneeling lessons. It's going to clarify the weight bearing through the hip. So check in with what's touching the floor that might not have been touching before. And just see. You roll to your side, come to sit, cross back legs Indian fashion, lean back on your hands, and just see if that movement is any easier. Leaning back on your hands, the legs are crossed, you're leaning back and you lower the head and you suck in the belly. Just do it once. Yes, it's improved. It's improved. There's something a little more possible, even if it's just a little bit, and then taking the head forward and bringing it behind you, lifting the chest, feeling the rocking pelvis, feeling the back emptying out, feeling the belly filling. Is that easier? Then cross the other leg in front. Do it again. Listen to the symmetry in the pelvis, the hip joints. You can make it symmetrical. Listen to how the legs kind of make it asymmetrical. So that's why we want to cross one and then the other. More movement. A little bit more movement somewhere, anywhere. Yeah, it's not breaking so many necks. Okay. You can rest. Class dismissed. when you stand, when you do come to stand, I know people have places to go, things to do. See how you walk and see how you move, and maybe something changed for you. Notice what changed for you.